In today's modern world, there are three main categories of males: the alpha male, the beta male, and the sigma male. The alpha male is the pack's leader. He's the one who everybody looks up to and aspires to be. The beta male is the humble guy. He's the one that mixes in and doesn't create a wave. And then there's the sigma male. The sigma male is indeed the lone wolf. He's the kind of person who does not always abide by society's rules. He's quite mysterious and usually misunderstood. He's also the person that many people fear since they don't understand how to deal with him. Sigma men are a strange breed, and they don't easily fit into any category. They're the men marching to the rhythm of their own drums and living life on their own terms. Here are 7 reasons why people fear sigma men. 1. They are always in control but from the shadows. While alpha males are always at the center of attention, sigma males tend to operate from the shadows. They are the ones pulling the strings and are usually behind the scenes. The sigma is always the operations brain and usually the one who makes all the decisions. They're not scared to take charge, but they don't even need the credit. This can be very complicated for people because they're not used to somebody in a position of authority and do not need attention. Sigma men are sometimes misunderstood as being lazy because they're not usually out at the front line, but make no mistake, Sigma is always in control. Alpha men are the leaders since they're the most aggressive and dominant. Sigma males are in control because they're the most conniving and smart. They're able to see things that many others can't and use this wisdom to their benefit. This allows them to always be one step ahead of the competition. While remaining in the background, leading from outside the pack is not easy, but that is something that Sigma males are very good at. People don't take it into account because they can't even imagine such a thing. This is how Sigmas keep everything under control. While other people are preoccupied with alpha leadership, they may impose their influence without drawing attention to themselves. This makes them extremely powerful, and this is one of the reasons why people are so intimidated by them. 2. They represent a challenge to the status quo. The conventional alpha, beta males distinction doesn't apply to sigma males. They're not seeking to compete for social dominance or participate in any type of one-upmanship. This threatens the existing order and makes people feel uncomfortable. While the alpha male is considered the powerful and aggressive type, the sigma man is the brilliant and silent type that doesn't comply with society's norms. Sigma males are nonconformists who question authority and aren't scared to oppose the status quo. They don't do this for the purpose of being rebellious, but they are doing it because they want to figure out the truth for themselves. They are the ones who ask difficult questions and refuse to take things for what they are. This can be intimidating to people who are comfortable living in ignorance. This will also change the conventional power dynamic since sigma males aren't scared to confront those in positions of power. They don't blindly follow orders, which can also be considered a threat to those in power. 3. They are masters of manipulation. Because sigma men are so skilled at reading people, they're also incredibly good at manipulating them. They know how to push people's buttons and how to get what they want. While they do not use manipulation with malicious intent, they are forced to do so when necessary. For example, if an alpha male is causing conflict, a sigma male will typically be capable of bringing him down without any force. This is because they know how to respond to the alpha's ego. They understand which buttons to push as well as what things to say to turn the alpha back off. Sigmas are also extremely skilled at utilizing reverse psychology because they know how others think and what they want. While some may see this as manipulation, it is most certainly just a deep understanding of human psychology. That is one of the factors that makes sigma men highly successful. They're prepared to get what they want without having to use brute force or violence. While the alpha male might use his physical ability to get what he wants, the sigma male will utilize his brain power. This is why they've sometimes nicknamed the psychological warrior. 4. They're always prepared for anything. Sigma males are highly detail-oriented and are usually prepared for anything. They know that anything might happen at any time. They are prepared for the worst and hope for the best. This may seem like paranoia to some people, but it's actually just a strong knowledge of the world around them. Sigmas are always conscious of their environment, and they're always thinking ahead. They like to make plans and prepare for any situation. While some people believe this is pessimism, it's definitely just realism. There is a huge difference between being pessimistic and being prepared. Pessimism is a negative attitude, while preparation is positive. Pessimism can only hold you back, while preparedness will enable you to succeed. This is why they're usually nicknamed the ultimate survivor. They know how and where to adjust to any situation, and there is a high probability that they will come out victorious. While others are busy worrying about the future, Sigma males are busy preparing for it. This is one of the explanations why they aren't likely to get caught off guard. 5. They are unpredictable. The Sigma is the most unpredictable character type. They are very difficult to read and frequently do things that nobody expects. This is because they're always thinking outside the box, have a neutral facial expressions, and are very good at concealing their feelings. This makes it extremely difficult to know what they're thinking or feeling. And this poker face often makes them think. They're cold and aloof, and while they could not show it, Sigmas are naturally emotional, and even when they are happy, they may not express it. They just know how to keep their cool under pressure. You never know what a Sigma is going to do next. This is both a positive and a dangerous thing. Although it might be hard to comprehend them, it's also what makes them so fascinating. They're usually full of surprises, and even when you think you understand them, they'll do something that strikes you by surprise. Some people are afraid of the Sigma man because they are afraid of the unexpected. They don't know what to expect from him, and this uncertainty only adds to their mystery. 6. They do not seek anyone's approval. Because people always want to follow the crowd, they often look to others for approval. This need for approval may be devastating and stop people from living their own lives. Sigma males are preoccupied with what other people might think of them. They don't care if they're famous or well-liked. While alpha males need to be the head of the pack, Sigma males are totally okay to proceed in their own way. Their obvious lack of concern for what people think makes them extremely intimidating to others. It's also one of the reasons they're so successful. They're not restricted by other people's ideas, and they're free to follow their own interests. People typically fear what they do not understand, and this is especially true of Sigma males who are so enigmatic and difficult to understand that they can be very feared. People are afraid of what they cannot control, and the Sigma male is not one of them. You can't put them in a box, and you can't anticipate their actions. This unpredictable nature is what makes them so dangerous, and it is also what makes them so fascinating. 7. They are independent thinkers. They aren't afraid to think for themselves. Sigma men are not influenced by peer pressure or group thinking. They are confident in going against the flow and reasoning for themselves. This can be intimidating to people who prefer to conform and follow the group. Independent thinking is a threat to the existing order since it allows for new and creative ideas to surface. When people are scared to think for themselves, they're more likely to blindly follow those in positions of power. This can result in stagnation and a loss of innovation. While compliance may be comfortable, it's not always advantageous. Sigma men challenge others to think for themselves and to criticize whatever doesn't make sense. This enables new thoughts and new ways of thinking. Having a herd mentality may be dangerous since it results in the loss of individualism. People become sheep that mindlessly follow the leader without question. This may result in disastrous outcomes since people no longer think for themselves, are not using their own judgment, and are more prone to making irrational judgments. The Sigma man is a reminder that it's necessary to think for oneself and to challenge authority. Well, that is all for the video. If you find it helpful, consider subscribing and sharing it with your friends.